pathetic. You care so much about how other people
you're not
feel.
using facts
You
to
care about
justify
other
your
people's
extremist
medical
beliefs.
procedures. You don't give a shit otherwise afterwards. And you say
Abortion
you do,
is violence.
you don't.
Oh, put me on weight. Hold
Okay,
on.
what's the #1 cause of death for pregnant women?
It's murder, actually.
Okay, yeah, by who?
By men who don't want her to have a baby. Misogynistic men who don't want her to have a child.
Okay, so sometimes when
the greatest chance you have in your life of a woman being murdered is actually when you're pregnant. I'm good.
Go fuck yourself.
Have a great day. Jesus loves you.
Hello everyone, I have this video from Kristen where she faces a confrontation with this particular student, and the way it plays out and concludes is truly surprising. I'll be sharing my thoughts as we go along. Let's dive into it and watch.
Okay, do you still give her money, resources, diapers? Do you give her daycare?
Yeah, does Planned Parenthood do that, man?
Yes!
No, they don't.
Daycare offers services that help
They do
women who
not
don't want
offer
abortions.
diapers or baby formula
Yes, they
or maternity
do.
clothes. I will bet you $10 million that they do not, because I have gone into Planned Parenthood
have too.
multiple times. I also have worked in pregnancy resource
These
centers.
clinics give out resources to women who don't
Planned
want
Parenthood,
abortions
would you like to
either.
call Planned Parenthood right now and ask them if they
probably do
give
have some
diapers
fucking
and
watch lists.
formula?
I don't care what you have
Here.
to say about it. I've gone
You
to
don't care what I
abortion
have to
clinics.
say because you don't care about facts. I get that. But let me
No,
just call
facts don't
Planned
care about
Parenthood.
your feelings, unfortunately. So the lives you
No,
think
I'm
you're
calling Planned
saving,
Parenthood.
you're not doing
I'm
shit.
calling Planned Parenthood. Hold on, be quiet.
No, I don't fucking care what you have to say.
You just told me that Planned Parenthood gives out diapers and formula.
resources
And
and
you
you
just
do
called
not.
me a
Oh my
liar.
fucking God,
I'm
can
going
I
to prove you
finish?
wrong.
I just said they offer resources for women who don't want abortions too. I've been to Planned Parenthood before. They offer resources.
And
They
I said
offer
they
help
don't
for
offer
people
diapers
who
and
don't
formula, and
want
you said yes, they do.
abortions. They go
We'll find
to
out.
clinics
It's okay.
that have that. Do not get that.
Planned Parenthood doesn't.
want
You're
to
asking
abort
everybody
every
here
place that
who's
exists.
pro-life how many diapers and how many bottles of formula that we've given out.
Have you given anything out then?
Yes,
Do
absolutely.
you have that on you now?
That's how I got started in the
What
pro-life
if there's a
movement.
pregnant woman here now? Do you have that to give to her as a college student?
You're yelling at me. I don't know. I pressed 1. We'll see what it says.
It's pathetic. You care so
No,
much
you-
about how
you-
other
ma'am,
people
you're not
feel.
using facts
You
to
care about
justify
other
your
people's
extremist
medical
beliefs.
procedures. You don't give a shit otherwise afterwards. And you say
Abortion
you do,
is violence.
you
It's,
don't.
oh, put me on weight. Hold
Okay,
on.
what's the #1 cause of death for pregnant women? Do you know that?
It's murder, actually.
No.
It's actually murder.
Okay. Yeah. By who? By
It's
who?
actually murder.
By who?
By men who don't want her to have a baby. Misogynistic men who don't want her to have a
Okay,
child.
so sometimes when
The
abusive
greatest
relationships-
chance you have in your life of a woman being murdered is actually when you're pregnant.
So abusive relationships.
Yeah,
Do you want her
absolutely.
to carry that fetus then and be stuck in that relationship with that same man who
So
wants
you
to kill
think
her?
she should cave in to the abusive man
I
and
think
just
she
get an
has a
abortion
right to
instead
get
of turning
away
into
from
into
his.
police?
This
You
was
just
my-
argued
oh
that
my-
that now that might. You
Oh,
just
I'm
argued.
emotional, but you're screaming now and you won't let me
You
finish.
just- because I'm trying to
I
listen to
just
Planned
said
Parenthood.
that when you do
Thank
stuff
you.
like this,
You just
it's allowing
argued
abusive
that a
men
woman
to
who's
stay
in an
around
abusive
a woman's life
relationship
and kill
will
them
be better
easier.
off to have an abortion. Will be better off to have an abortion because she could be murdered.
No, I just
That's
said
what
it's
you
a
just
way
said.
for a woman to get
Well,
out
I'm
of an
filming it,
abusive
so I read on tape
relationship.
that that's what you just said.
An abusive relationship,
Here, can you
a
just
kid
tell
is
me
the
when
one
the-
reason people
when they
stay
answer?
together. Do you want them to stay together?
Absolutely
if she's likely
not.
to get
I've
beaten,
counseled many
murdered,
women to leave abusive boyfriends and
no,
husbands
you
before.
don't care.
How do you know what goes
Because
on in
you
my
just
head?
want
You
her
say
to
I don't
carry the
care.
baby. You don't
You
care
come
if
in
she's
here and
in
make
an
this
abusive
general
relationship.
assumption
You don't care if she's
about
in an incestuous problem with a fucking cousin or a father or an uncle. You
Why-
don't care
How
about
are you
that.
to say that I don't care? How do you know?
Because you keep arguing against stuff that would
Because I'm
stop
against the
that.
violence of abortion?
I
How does that
can't.
mean I don't
can't.
care? I'm against
I can't.
terminating
You
the
can leave
lives
you can leave a
of
horse to
vulnerable
water,
human
but you
beings.
can't get it to drink. You really can't. So
What's
you
that?
believe
What,
whatever the
you're gonna
fuck
leave
you
before
want.
Planned Parenthood comes
I
back?
don't give a shit. You think you're on some moral high ground because you
No,
think you're
I'm just
saving
proving
lives?
you that
You're
you're
a
wrong.
fucking hypocrite. That's what
I'm
you
proving
are.
you wrong, ma'am.
You're
That you
a
come and you
hypocrite.
yell at me, but you're wrong. Oh, hi, hello. Do you offer diapers or formula?
I said
Oh,
they
we
offer
do not. I'm
resources.
sorry. Thank you. I knew you didn't help that. You just kill babies. Thank you. So, Planned Parenthood right there.
Okay, congrats.
Planned Parenthood just confirmed
I just
they do
said
not
they
offer formula or
resources for
diapers.
women to find that.
2 miles away. They do not do that.
I
just
just
so everyone's
said they offered resources for women to find those resources. They're not solutions, but they offer
Yeah, that's
help.
just like how abortion isn't a solution, ma'am. Abortion is the fundamental killing of a living, whole human being
You'd be
that
the type
has
of
value.
person to scream at a woman for getting an abortion going into a clinic when really she's going for a mammogram or something
Actually,
else.
Planned Parenthood doesn't provide mammograms.
Yes,
they only
they
do it
do.
in like 5 of their
Yes,
clinics.
they fucking
back.
do. I've
It's
gone
like
to them
5
for
points, what?
mammograms.
Call
They
back.
do them.
You want me to call back? I can call back.
Oh my God,
And
you have
after
so
they
much
do
fucking
Planned
time in your life. Are you so happy with yourself?
No, I'm just
Do you
proving you
not
wrong.
hate everyone that
No, I'm
doesn't
just
agree
proving
with
you
you?
wrong.
So you just want to cry
You
and
just make
scream and kick?
claims and you act like they're facts.
Well-
but just because you believe something and you strongly support killing a baby in the womb for any reason doesn't mean the claims that
Well,
you're
I'm
making
glad you got your
are
5
actual
minutes of
truth.
fame on your camera or whatever.
didn't
'cause
need
this is
you
all
for
this
that.
is. It's publicity. So you can make
I didn't
everyone
need you
think
for that.
you're a higher person
I'm
than
good.
everyone else.
I'm good.
Go fuck yourself.
Have a great day. Jesus loves you.
Telling the truth is never an act of hate. In fact, it's an expression of love and honesty. Even when others may not want to hear it, as followers of Christ, we are called to speak the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are. Even when it's difficult or even uncomfortable. It doesn't matter. Jesus himself was not hated because he was unkind or unjust. No, it's because he spoke the truth that challenged the world's beliefs and systems.
Abortion is health care. And there's a whole system set up. You could call it an industry. I call it a medical health care system. And my yes or no question is, would you allow my daughter fucking health care? Yes or no?
Will you answer? If I answer your yes or no question, will you answer my yes or no question?
Yeah.
No, I don't think abortion is health care. Absolutely not. If your daughter, a woman, and you know love is in
Would you
danger,
give
she should-
my daughter health care?
Abortion is not health care. No, abortion is not health
You
care.
would not
No.
have allowed a doctor to treat my daughter.
I would absolutely have allowed a doctor to treat your daughter if she's
That's my
experiencing a
question.
life-threatening
That's my question.
situation
Thank you.
or with
Thank
her
you very
pregnancy.
much.
But that's
Thank you
not
for
abortion.
sending a doctor to my daughter when she was in distress. Thank you.
No, you answer my yes or no question.
Yeah.
Did the grandchild that your daughter aborted when she took the RU486 pill, was that
I'm hard of hearing.
grandchild? Was the grandchild that your daughter aborted when she sadly took that RU486 pill, was that grandchild a human being with value?
At the time when my daughter, no, it's a clump of cells. You keep
I'm a
referring
clump of
to it as a
cells.
human being. That's a difference.
It's absolutely a human being.
Spiritual or religious belief.
No, sir,
no,
it's
no,
not
no, no.
spiritual religious. Can I make a koala bear when I have sex with my husband?
I answered your yes or no question. No, it's not a child.
Is it a human being? I didn't ask you, child.
Babies, I've had two. Babies come from hospitals with cute little hats on them. Nobody's out there killing babies. Thank you very much.
So at the moment of birth, when my child exited my vaginal canal, he suddenly became a cute baby. 14 years ago yesterday at 9:01 p.m., when Gunnar finally made his entrance and came all the way out of my vaginal canal,
We all have our personal
did
stories.
he become a cute human being, but wasn't a cute human being 5 seconds before? Yes or no?
We all have our personal stories. You have anything you want to say, Cynthia? Here's a woman on my feed.
Can you please respond? I gave you a no. I said abortion is not healthcare. But you won't answer me. Is killing a baby 5 seconds before birth okay? Yes or no?
5 seconds before birth.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Late
You
stage?
just said
Late
babies-
stage? Late
You just
stage?
said babies don't come from vaginas. They come from hospitals with cute hats on them. 2 seconds before, where did that baby with a cute little beanie come from?
You want to get into the late stage?
No, I want you to demonstrate that you understand biology and you don't believe that there's some like magical thing that happens 6 inches in my vaginal canal that transforms a clump of cells to a
Excuse me,
cute
but that's a
baby.
ridiculous question. Obviously, I understand biology. Obviously.
Well, no, you don't, sir, because you just said that the grandchild your daughter aborted wasn't a human being. That's fundamentally you disagreeing with biology.
No,
Because I
no,
can't
that's
make
fundamentally me disagreeing
What is it?
with
What
your
species is
view.
What species was your grandchild, sir?
Disagreeing with your
What
view.
species was your grandchild?
What species?
Yeah.
I don't have any grandchildren.
The grandchild that your daughter aborted, the clump of cells that your daughter
wasn't a
aborted.
grandchild.
What species was it?
It wasn't a grandchild.
What species was that clump of cells?
What species was
Yeah.
it? Clump of cells.
It's a human. It was a human clump of cells. You just said that your daughter did not abort a
what
human
church
being.
do you go to? Let me go there and get my brain all washed. I need to be clean.
Sir, why are you trying to use religion to justify your extremism?
Forgive me for asking my question of you, and you did say that you would allow my daughter health care, and that's all I
I said I would
wanted to
allow
know.
your daughter
Because what's happening in
absolutely health care to
Tallahassee
save
is
her
going to
life.
prevent women from getting
Yeah, I
basic
just
health
introduced the
care.
Life and Conception Act in Tallahassee. It's going to prevent all abortions. In
I only
Florida.
paid 30 minutes over here, so I'm done
All right,
with
well,
this. I'm glad
thanks
that
for
I
not
came over
answering the
here,
question
and I am
insult
going to
people.
stand up and I'm going to act back.
Well,
Thank you
I
very
hope
much
learn
for allowing
science
me to
before
be
you
here
go
and giving me the
Tallahassee, sir.
time.
I hope you learn science, because that clump of cells was a human clump of cells that you wouldn't answer.
Truth is love is a powerful statement that speaks to the core of what love truly is, according to biblical principles. In today's society, many people have redefined love as an unconditional or accepting force that overlooks important truth in favor of tolerance or personal preferences. However, true essence of love, as demonstrated by Jesus Christ, it is not a blind acceptance of all behavior. No, but rather a love that is rooted in truth, in righteousness, and the desire for what is best for others. That's the difference. When we say truth is love, we mean that true love involves sharing truth, even when it's difficult to hear, because it is ultimately in the best interest of the person being loved. You see, genuine love does not enable harmful behaviors or false beliefs. Instead, it corrects, it guides, it leads people towards what is righteous, what is just, and ultimately bring them closer to God. That's the aim. Jesus exemplified that love, this love, throughout his ministry, telling the truth in ways that were sometimes challenging, but always loving. That's the goal. That's the goal, to bring healing and salvation. In conclusion, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ is an incredibly good and impactful pursuit. It leads to personal transformation, promotes justice, love, hope, and also brings truth to light. It fulfills God's command, offers eternal significance, and fills hearts with profound joy, ladies and gentlemen. Above all, the gospel is the greatest gift humanity can experience, leaving a lasting influence on individuals and communities, and mirroring the heart of God. Yes. So, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the next one, and don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. I will see you again next time. Bye bye for now.